Can you still remember something that happened years ago? The embarrassment? Maybe you tripped in front of someone, you forgot somebody's name, and you still remember, you can still feel that. It's, or you dropped something in front of someone. It only lasted seconds, but your brain still recalls that. So that is today's stability moment. I wanted to share a beautiful example of that. My friend voxed me today, and she told me that she went to Natural Grocers, which is Natural Grocers is doesn't matter the store, but it's a natural health food store that we always go to here. She's in Texas, but she accidentally dropped her gallon water bottle and it shattered everywhere and it was full. So all the water that she had just filled it with, the filtered water, went everywhere. And so it's like you could think you I could just see like everybody looks like it's a big noise and everyone looks, and just that embarrassment of that moment. My friend didn't try to disappear or run away like I would have done. No, I'm just kidding. she literally she literally just asked the um, one of the people in the store, like, if can you bring me some towels and so I can clean this up. And and the lady was so, I could just hear, it was like as if I was there, the way she was telling me the story, that the employee of Natural Grocers said, "Oh, that's nothing compared to the molasses jar that I dropped and had to clean that up. It was everywhere." And just, you just think of that sticky mess, but literally, like, all shame, all embarrassment, like just moving through that. It's just immediately everything would change in that moment. And I could actually hear in her voice, as she was telling the story, that it's it just became a non-deal. It was just something, that an event that happened that wasn't like the most pleasant, but it wasn't. It was just it sounded more like it was more entertaining the way it was taken. So, here's the thing with the nervous system, like, the story didn't change, and it could have been like, "Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed," everybody looking, and it could have been like this moment that she would recall 20 years from now. She probably won't even recall it a week from now, or maybe a year from now, or anything, because it wasn't. I did not get that it was a really embarrassing moment for her once she moved through it. And instead of saying like, "Oh, how clumsy," and people might think I'm an idiot, or any of that kind of stuff. But here's the thing: the nervous system is always asking us, "Am I safe? Am I safe?" And in this, it's not physically safe; it's socially safe. Am I, as are people going to think I'm an idiot? Are they going to think I'm clumsy? And or I always do this. And it's interesting that none of those stories are true. It was just simply an accident. But it was that perception, like our perception, that makes it be like this humongous deal that we'll remember for the what I asked you in the very beginning. Have you ever had a moment where you were so embarrassed, and it's like, what if it had been neutralized in the moment, not just with your programming, but just neutralizing it through like how it was handled, and how it was received, how it was handled. So the event wasn't the issue. It's losing access to ourselves, and that's what these stability moments. It's about when we lose access and we turn into that programmed reactor. We spiral down, and we go into like, "Oh my gosh," and then we shut down. We go into survival mode, and all bets are off, because then we got adrenaline and cortisol, and it's just like, whoo whoo, it's just through our body, fills up, and now we're in survival mode. So now we're just acting on our programs, and that's how we move until the adrenaline and the cortisol all start moving through the body, and we start normalizing again, until the story again. Like, then we tell the story, then we feel it. Like, you might be able to go back to that very embarrassing moment, tell the story, and feel it. because it hasn't been neutralized in your body. It's still there. The nervous system is telling you that's not safe. Socially, that was not safe. Some physical things, touching a stove and it's hot, that's not safe. Now, some things are really important, like touching a hot stove. You don't want to touch a hot stove. That is not safe. And you do want that to last. This is part of our nervous system, part of our programming, which is really good. That's survival. But dropping a gallon of water in the store and people are watching, and who knows? It's like in a restaurant. You know, I always clap really loud in a restaurant, when somebody drops all the plates or something. It's like yay, and clap and stuff, and then other people will join in. If they're not already doing it, I will join in, because then it's just like it neutralizes it, makes it funny, and it's not a big deal anymore. You know, to the person, you hope, at least. You don't know how they're taking it. Anyway, that's really, you know, when we stay connected to ourselves, meaning the internal operator. So pause and recognize, like my friend saying, you know, could you get me some towels and I'll clean this up. That's a micro stability. Like that, pause, and then let me be responsible and take care of this. And that's like gaining capacity. So with that microstability, she gained capacity when the employee said, that's nothing. You should have seen the mess I made with a gallon of molasses. I don't think it was a gallon, but yeah, I mean, I could just hear that. And then it was like neutralized, like, it's like, you know, it becomes a nothing. And it just becomes an event, but it doesn't become stuck like, oh, it's not safe to drop a gallon of water in the store, because how embarrassing, how shameful, how anyway, that's you get my drift on that, because embarrassing moments just become, when it's like that, they just become another part of life, another event that happened in your experiences of life, but they're not like, oh my God, they're not like these horrible things. So real life, real stability. I saw that line. I just started thinking about it and I was like, real life, real stability. That's it. So you can do, be, change, have, create, become absolutely anything. I believe in you. You can do this. As always, shining my light to brighten yours. We will see you for day 88 tomorrow. See ya. Ciao.